Good evening. I'm very honored to be here. My name is John Kuzgayan. I'm a junior at Jeb Stuart High School in Falls Church, Virginia, and I'm part of a program called AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. What this program does is that it prepares students for colleges and careers by teaching critical thinking and problem-solving skills. But most importantly, it shows us what real careers are going to be like in the future, which is exactly what my classmates and I got from this experience with Verizon and street law. We got a glimpse of what it's like to be in a courtroom and argue cases from two different sides. For me, the best part about the law conference was realizing that I needed to work on my public speaking skills. To be honest, speaking in front of a large audience freaks me out. But it made me think about how lawyers interact with different types of people on a regular basis. It also made me think about how often dignified lawyers make a difference in the community. In partnership with DLA Piper, Verizon volunteers have passionately encouraged high school students in our area to pursue careers in the legal field. They have made a difference by empowering students, essentially showing us how crucial it is to stand up for our fellow men. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Randy Milch, Executive Vice President and General Counsel, who will be accepting the Legal Diversity Pipeline Award on behalf of Verizon.
Thank you, John, for that tremendous introduction. I'm supposed to be here and not there, in case anyone didn't know that. Street law was the very first thing that Verizon decided to do when we launched our pro bono program. Education is a core focus of Verizon's philanthropy. It freaks me out to speak in front of all these people, too. And we knew from the beginning that the pipeline program would give our volunteers a unique opportunity to use their talents in a way that would be both fun and compelling. What we did not anticipate was what a powerful experience these programs would be for our Verizon volunteers, and if the feedback we have received is any guide, for the students who have participated as well. We started the street law program in 2 locations, but they were so successful that this year we are adding our 5th location, in which we run pipeline programs in collaboration with our wonderful pro bono partner, DLA Piper. And in addition, we have 2 other locations where Verizon's volunteers are collaborating with in-house counsel from other companies on street law programs. These are consistently our best attended pro bono events every year, and I personally have participated in our street law programs each year, doing the hard work of kicking off many of the conferences while the Verizon volunteers do the real hard work. Street law is an anchor of our pro bono program. We have tried in our partnerships with our schools to look for innovative ways to help. And one of our street law coordinators in Virginia, Susan Dujak, who's here tonight, observed that many of the students were first-generation college applicants. That was the seed of our college application program, where Verizon volunteers gave or sponsored talks on the college application process, financial aid, and essay writing, and held a series of one-on-one meetings with students to help them get their applications together and get their opportunity to go to college. In one case, 2 of our volunteers met with a student in mid-November, intending to help him assemble his work for a final application package. But there's no work to assemble. The student, understandably, had not completed his application because he did not know how to answer an essay question that asked him to describe a challenging situation and how we overcame it. Now, our volunteers were convinced that this wasn't the case and that he had a story to tell. So they assumed the role of reporters and sat down with him for an hour and asked him to go over the events of his life. And they scribbled notes as the student gave his story. And within the hour, they knew they had the element of a very powerful story for this student. And what they did is they handed back the notes to the student and said, "We'll be here on Monday. Come back and let's see what you've done." And then on Monday, they were amazed. There was an extraordinary essay, a heartfelt essay about his mother, how had taught him to approach life's difficulties. She told him that he must have a can-do attitude, and he described how that attitude helped him meet the challenge of his first advanced class after feeling that he wasn't equipped to handle the workload. He wrote about how he would become the first person in his family to attend college and described how his positive approach helped him to succeed in his first job. And he concluded with confidence that his mother's wisdom would serve him well in his future endeavors. Neither this award nor the results that we've had have been possible without the hard work and collaboration of very many people. I would first like to thank Verizon Street Law coordinators and volunteers, particularly at the table right here, Jack Ferris, Susan Dujak, John Spear, Jill Kalimea, Meg Milroy, Jesse Fenner, and John France. Please give them a hand. I would also like to thank again our friends at DLA Piper who have worked tirelessly to help Verizon establish a successful pro bono program across the United States and now internationally, and they have been key partners in our street law programs. Thank you, DLA Piper. Finally, I would like to thank the team at Street Law, particularly Lee Arbitman and Deborah Foster, both for their extraordinary support. As everyone in this room knows, Street Law is a tremendous partner. They are so effective at providing companies and law firms with the support they need to launch these programs that are compelling for volunteers and students alike. Street Law is an extraordinary organization with a vital mission, and Verizon is honored to be a part of it and honored to receive this award. Thank you very much.